Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play Phantasy Star Online. My name is Nintendo God, aka Lord Fluffy. In the last episode, we did a quest where we followed some chick who looked like another chick, which we got from another quest, etc, etc, money. Final quest here is called Soul of a Blacksmith. And he wants to make weapons using R'ghl's unknown materials. So, we're going to get him some of those unknown materials. Let's see how this goes. Are you a hunter from the Hunters Guild? I'm Oswald, a blacksmith. Nice to meet you. I think it'll be an easy job for you too. It's simple. Go to R'ghl, collect some raw material. The weapon made by the material on R'ghl will be yours. Good deal? I'm just interested in the creation process using unknown materials. Now I want to collect 3 different material types on R'ghl. Take this memo with you. That is a list of what I want. Oh, and one more thing. How about the third one? I'm not sure that kind of material exists there. So it's up to you. Just bring back what you think is good. Find something good to make a strong weapon, okay? Here's the list. Read it carefully. Don't disappoint me, okay? And we got the material memo, and I was slipping out of my voice into another voice into a different voice. Back to the same one. So we gotta find my one tite, often found by the river, dragon fang grown in a dragon's jaw, and mineral. Now, as you can see here, it says Forest 1 and Cave 1. You have to go through both the forests and the caves in this quest to find the materials. The first one, since it's by a river, you can find that by a river. It's that simple. But is there a river in the forest, you ask? Well, I don't think there is. But it's been a while since I've done this quest, so don't quote me on it. Just never quote me on anything. And this is a good opportunity to get some level grinding going on, well, I guess. Because we're going for the forest first, and by the end of this I should be at level 100. Provided they give me enough enemies for me to be able to do that, of course. But I'm confident. I'm always confident. I am Lord Fluffy after all. If I wasn't confident, then I wouldn't do things like post songs on YouTube. Lol. So, topic of discussion. What can we talk about here? Well, this topic of discussion I would like to talk about currently is my respect for video game developers currently. Some video game developers have been just doing absolutely mind-blowingly stupid things. Now, Nintendo was crossing that line with some of the stuff they were doing on the Wii. Now, with the Wii U, I'm excited for it, because I have been a Nintendo fanboy for quite some time. And honestly, I never thought Nintendo could make a bad game, per se. They could make something without soul, maybe, you know, it's just, money grab, herp-a-derp, but it was still fun. Something like, I don't know, the new Super Mario Bros. Wii, right? The new Super Mario Bros. On the DS sold pretty well, and a lot of people enjoyed it. So, what did they do? They made one that's 4-player on the Wii. And it was pretty much the same, you know? I mean, the new ones, the new Super Mario Bros. 2 just came out last time I checked. Like, on April 18th, this is the 22nd, which I'm recording it, so it came out 4 days ago. Or was it the 19th? I don't remember. Either way, it's out now. And, like, from what I know, it's, like, a big difference is that coins are a gigantic part of the game. I haven't seen much of it in terms of gameplay or whatnot, but I plan to check it out just because. Like, I need more games on my 3DS anyway, so adding a game like New Super Mario Bros. To the library will be good. Because when it comes to 2D side-scrollers, I think I've mentioned this before quite a bit, but I'm not that good. Like, if anything, I'm actually pretty atrocious. I don't even lie when I say that. I'm actually pretty atrocious when it comes to 2D platformers. Like, you don't want to see me play through Super Mario World or Super Mario in general. I used to be really good. Like, I used to be like 2 years old and be able to fucking speed through Super Mario Bros. 3 or 2. No, not 2. 1 or 3. I can't remember which one. Like 3 or 4 years old, not 2. What am I saying? But I used to be like doing that. Absolutely bloody amazingly great runs, and now I can't do it. But anyway, if we're going back into the topic, it's just, I cannot believe some developers right now. Like, Capcom is doing some really stupid shit. Anyone who's into the fighting game scene has probably heard about the Street Fighter Cross Tekken DLC thing, where the characters were mostly completed or completed and they were on the disc. Like, yeah, it saves you download time, but why? Why do you... If they're already there, why do we have to pay for them for DLC? It's bullshit. Like, I get the whole idea that DLC helps the developers make money over this concept of GameStop and EB Games and whatnot, having to buy and sell. Here's the first item, by the way. It's that Iwatamla type thing. Me-wan type thing. I mean, I understand the need for game developers to make money so they can keep making games. But if the content is already there, why should we have to pay for it? I mean, I'm not sure if it was... I mean, that just really royally pisses me off, to be honest. Like, a game should have all the content on it that was meant for it right at the start to be on it from the right away. There should be day one DLC or future DLC for something already on the disc. If we're talking about day one DLC for a second, let's go to Mass Effect 3. I'm not sure if it was BioWare or EA, and more likely EA considering the corporate side of their bullshit. Like, there was day one DLC. Okay, you know what that means? That means that DLC was finished along with the game. But for whatever reason, it was held back for DLC instead of being completely implemented into the game. That's bullshit. Okay? Of course my brother bought it because, oh, damn DLC, it's gonna add something. It added a character and... It added a Prothean. The Prothean, basically. What the hell's this? Minwide is already in the inventory. Yeah. Great. So, you're telling me that I just went in a completely wrong direction for no reason? I don't even care anymore. But, like, day one DLC is just bullshit. I understand the concept of it. Like, yeah, it's day one DLC. People are going to be absolutely mad at it. And in reality... Like, the way it goes is the earlier you release the DLC, the more likely people are going to buy it, right? But day one is atrocious. Sure, probably everyone's going to be mad, but by statistic logic, about 98% of people are going to buy the DLC, so you're making money off of it. Well, for me, personally, I would have, if it wasn't for the fact that it was... If it wasn't for the fact that the DLC added a new character, Javik, a Prothean, aka a really, really important character because of the fact he's a Prothean, into the game, I probably wouldn't have bought it. Because I just don't stand for it. Now, I didn't buy it to begin with. My brother did, but I was going to buy it. Because of that. Now there's a new DLC coming up for Mass Effect 3 called Leviathan, and apparently, if you do this like in the correct way, so to speak, you can actually cause a rift in the endings. And the endings were another big thing about Mass Effect 3 that people hated, because the original endings were full of plot holes, looked extremely rushed, and had pretty much no impact, and everything you did throughout the other 3 games pretty much had no impact in it. It literally was the most retarded thing ever, and went against everything BioWare promised. Now, the Extended Cut DLCs fixed a lot of the plot holes and whatnot, so that was better. I mean, I'm fine with the Extended Cut DLC endings, honestly. Like, perhaps I was expecting a little too much out of BioWare for the endings and whatnot, and I will accept the Extended Cut endings now, but seriously, the way the original endings were bullshit. And now you have this whole drama with the Leviathan DLC apparently being able to cause a rift in the ending. What the heck is that? You're goading people into... You're goading people into buying the DLC simply because it might have an effect on, like, it might have effect on something that everyone has had so much anger or frustration about, aka the endings. I mean, I'm not completely 100% satisfied with the endings, of course. I think they're honestly kind of stupid to begin with. But I'll take the Extended Cut DLC's endings because at least it's full of... At least it's closure, right? Sure, it's not the ending for Mass Effect we all wanted, but it's closure. That's all I care about at this point. And... I've been just going on a rant. But honestly, This whole Leviathan DLC thing, I'm not gonna buy it. Okay? It's that simple. I am not going to buy the Leviathan DLC, no matter what the ending is. Okay? I am going to search up... When the Leviathan DLC comes out, I'm going to search up Mass Effect 3 Leviathan DLC ending Rift on YouTube or whatever. And I'm going to see what exactly it changes. Because I don't want to go through the whole game just to see what that one little thing changes. Because it's bullshit. I'm not going to do it. And if it just so happens to be substantial enough to make me want... And if it just so happens that the DLC itself is worth that probably $10 you're going to have to spend for it, maybe I'll buy it if it's good, if it causes a good enough, quote, rift in the ending that I find it to be satisfactory, which is entirely unlikely. Now, I bought the DLCs for Mass Effect 2 recently. As you know, I was doing an LP of that game, but now that my 15-minute time limit is removed, thanks to bullshit with YouTube and copyright strikes and not what, the Mass Effect 2 LP got scrapped, but I bought the DLCs, pretty much all of them. Well, I bought the mission DLCs, my brother bought the weapon pack DLCs. That's how it went. And, like, I'll gladly give BioWare money for those DLCs, because they were good, they were fun, exciting, and they added things to the story that helped along with the... And they helped along with a lot of things in Mass Effect 3, for the most part. And they were fun, that's all I cared about. They made everything fun. They were worth the... Maybe not they were all consensually worth $10 each, because honestly, like, the amount of time it takes to finish them is definitely not worth $10 considering how long the rest of the game takes you. But I'll buy it for $10 just to support BioWare, because they made good DLCs. Good missions, things that made a lot of sense. Not just, you know, oh, herp, derp, affect the ending, lol, 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 money grab. And I honestly can't tell if it's EA interfering there or if it's actually BioWare. BioWare says they love the fans. But, like, EA, man. EA is just full of shit. I mean, I don't even have to mention the fact that the... I don't even have to mention the sports games. Herp, derp, herp, derp. But honestly, like, some companies are just going through these stages where I'm just losing respect for them. I mean, I still have respect for Nintendo, because even with the entirety of the Wii, and the fact that it didn't have nearly as many good games on it as that I wanted to buy as, say, the GameCube or the N64, or hell, any other Nintendo system in general, I just, like, it still managed to make more platform-exclusive good games that I would buy over, say, the Xbox 360 solo. Because, like, a lot of the things I have for the 360 can be bought on other consoles, PC even, and for a cheaper price on the PC too, through Steam. Steam. You want to know what Steam is? Steam is a god save. And then there's EA's Origin, preventing companies from actually putting out their games on Steam just to promote their shitty-ass little thing. No. No. No, EA. No. I don't understand why you are so dumb. And it's in actually, like, reports and whatnot saying that EA's Origin, basically another Steam platform, is actually going to overtake Steam in actual competitiveness. Ha! Oh, that makes me laugh so much. Origin is honestly just a joke. Like, the only reason I have an Origin account is because in the future I plan on buying Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 on the PC, when I eventually won't have access to my brother's computer. And I'll have to get 1 and 2 on Steam, since they're released on Steam. And then 3... Are they still on Steam? I don't know, but I remember people could get them on Steam. And then I have to get Mass Effect 3 on Origin because it won't be released on Steam well, it wasn't released on Steam because of EA's bullshit with Origin. I know this has absolutely nothing to do with, like, Phantasy Star Online, what I'm talking about right now, but you have to remember that this is, like, my Let's Play and whatnot. And Phantasy Star Online doesn't have many good topics of discussion, and there aren't many things that involve, like, say, oh, herp derp, this is stupid. Did you see that glitch? Or did you see this amazing gameplay, or explaining what to do? I've pretty much been doing the exact same thing throughout the entire Let's Play so far. And really, having these topics of discussion for me, yeah, I'm gonna have to... Whoa, that was close. Anyway, I'm cutting to the next part now.